It's literally from a value position of how can we help you? Because there's so many moving parts in buying or selling real estate. A lot of people just don't even know where to start. Hey guys, Matt Smith here, Matt Smith Real Estate Group. We are back at the beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Check out this view.
Oh my gosh.
So we are at this amazing one-of-a-kind property. More about that later. We can't tell you all the info about that, but we were here and we thought, you know what, let us use this as an opportunity for us to tell people why they should use us at the Lake of the Ozarks. What do we have to offer to the clients, right? Just to be honest, I'm a very transparent guy. We run a very transparent company. So some of you may be watching saying, why should we work with you guys? You guys are the new guys to the Lake of the Ozarks. So we just want to shed some light on what actually has gotten us here and what we can do to stand out in the crowd and what we can do to provide you guys better service. So just so you guys know, a little starter to this is we actually were ranked number 15 in the nation last year as a real estate team. So number one, that's a pretty good feather in the cap. And really, I think the most important thing for me, Lauren, anyway, is that we're not doing this because we wanted to make more money or we wanted to sell more houses. This all came from a servant's mindset, right? We wanted to be able to serve more people. We realized that what we've done has really helped a lot of people and changed a lot of lives, and we just want to continue to spread that. So I think it's important to kind of start there.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know it popped up in my memories that 3 years ago, I believe yesterday, I had went into your office for an interview and had kind of told you where I saw myself in a couple years, where my family saw us. And so just 3 short years ago, we knew we wanted to serve in Lake of the Ozarks market. And just the fact that, you know, working on the team for 3 years now, I knew exactly who I wanted to work with whenever we went up here too. So the fact that just 3 short years ago, we had a meeting. I told you where we saw ourselves and what kind of our plans and our goals were. And here we are to service Lake of the Ozarks.
Absolutely, it's awesome. It's an amazing story. So I think that just shows, number one, your work ethic, but I think also it shows that if you just actually tell people what your goals are and you align yourself with the right people, anything's possible, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about why, if there's a buyer or seller watching, why should they work with us? What's some of the things that we can offer to the community in Lake of the Ozarks?
Absolutely. And just naming a few of the products that we do have to offer. For buyers, we have buyer's consult and going over the home buying process. We have an amazing process for help and answer any questions, market overviews, partnering with the right people along the way. For sellers.
How much does that cost, by the way?
It's free. It's a free $99 to help with that. And then on the listing side of it, we're not going to leave sellers out of it. We have an amazing worry-free list program.
Absolutely.
And we're not a one-size-fits-all company. There's several different packages that we work with sellers to see what's a great fit for them. So several packages, and you guessed it, to get help selling your home, just to have someone coming out, it's free.
It's free, yeah. So we are all about providing value. We think almost every day we talk and we brainstorm as leadership and different people on the team of what can we do to provide more value to the community, to the clients, to buyers, to sellers. What can we do to help? If we were in their shoes, what would we want, right? And so we always are just trying to think of different ways to provide value. So the buyer's consult, it was literally designed so buyers can understand the process, right? You just need to know where to start. And a lot of people are scared to reach out to a real estate agent because they don't want to be sold or they don't want to be pushed into doing something they're not ready to do. And we take the exact opposite approach. We always say it's never too early to meet with us, right? Because we can actually have an in-depth conversation and help you achieve your goals. Like you said, your goal is in 3 years to come to the lake. Well, here we are. If a buyer will have a conversation and say, hey, I want to buy a lake home in 3 years, talk to us today so that we can help you achieve that in 3 years down the road or whatever your timeline is. So all this is scalable. I think it's very, very important to know that we operate on a very, very strict set of core values, and we always strive to do the right thing. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, reach out to us. It's never too early to have that conversation. It's not a waste of our time. We're not going to pressure you to do anything you don't want to do. It's literally from a value position of how can we help you? Because there's so many moving parts in buying or selling real estate. A lot of people just don't even know where to start.
Right, and it's not just, I know we mentioned, you know, first-time home buyers, they may need more guidance along the process, but even if it's someone who sold 3-5 years ago, these meetings are so helpful because it is always changing. If there's one thing we know about real estate, it's not the same as yesterday,
right.
and today's not going to be the same as tomorrow.
Learn something new every day in this business.
Right.
Absolutely. So one of the things another thing that we kind of thrive on as a company is we like to be innovative. We want to be ahead of the curve. I always say this internally a lot is I try to find what's the new hip thing, what's going to be popular in 5 years from now, because I want to master it today so that when it becomes popular, we're the experts in that, right? So we are always trying to be ahead of the curve in those ways. So I think that it's very, very important to mention that if there's maybe a seller out there that's thinking, why should we work with you? Well, number one, we rank 15 in the nation. We know what we're doing, right? We've got proven processes. We actually, we have a dedicated marketing department that all they do every single day is work on marketing to get more eyeballs and more attention on your property. We're shooting this video right now with our in-house videographer. I don't know of many companies that have that, but we have a whole marketing department. We don't just come out and take pictures of the phone with the iPhone. There's a lot more to it these days. Again, we try to be ahead of the curve, right? We just want to be different. We want to provide value. So there's a lot of different things that we can offer. And again, just reach out to us, have a conversation to see if we can help. So what else could we close this out with, Lauren?
I mean, I know you said our marketing department, absolutely top-notch, full-time videographer, full-time marketing director. Whenever when we market your home, we're taking it to the next level. We know when we're going through the MLS which properties are ours.
Yeah.
It just stands out.
Absolutely.
And as far as other features, we have every aspect of the company that you have created was thought in how can we serve the client. And so the fact that not only do we have a marketing department, but we have our listing coordinators, we have our transaction coordinators, everyone comes together to make it as smooth as possible.
Yeah, we're a client-centric company, right? We have all these departments focused around the client to give the client the better experience, and I think it makes a big, big difference in the long run. Another thing that we forgot to mention, why are we here today? Because we're shooting for a national TV show, right? So if you didn't know that already, now you know, is that it's kind of a funny story. I'll kind of pull the curtain back a little bit. One of our staff reached out to me and said, hey, this TV show company called and they wanted you to call them back. I was getting ready to throw the note in the trash because I get sales calls all the time, and somebody said, why don't you just call them and see what it's about? Well, 3 interviews later, 3 months later, here we are shooting episode 3 at the Lake of the Ozarks on a national TV show. And to be honest, the interview process for this TV show wasn't easy. It wasn't like, oh, give us some money, you'll be on our TV show. Like, they interviewed us more than we interviewed them to make sure we fit what they were looking for. So that speaks volumes because our main market centers where we kind of started are very, very small in rural areas, right? So for us to be number 15 in those areas without really expanding to the lake yet, it speaks volumes. And there's people like that run national TV shows that say, hey, we want to hear your guys' story. We want to be a part of it.
Absolutely, and on top of that too, I mean, just everything comes together, and it's amazing how every process is set to make it a great experience. And now we have the TV show to help us. It's an amazing product for our sellers as well. We have top-notch nationwide marketing on our side. And then another program too.
Wait a minute, did you just say nationwide's on your side?
I did. Oh, no, I didn't say. We don't want to trademark. I think that might be trademarked. But we also have the VIP buyer program too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so VIP buyer program is something we worked on. This is just a crazy market. It's a market unlike I've ever seen. There's just low inventory. There's buyers, multiple offers everywhere. And so there's a lot of buyers that I've seen that were frustrated, right? And so they were like, we were having a conversation with buyers who were like, well, we don't want to meet with you yet. We want to wait to find the right property. And I'm telling you right now, that's a mistake in this market. You need somebody on your side that's looking out for your best interest to make sure they can tell you about properties that are maybe getting ready to come on the market, or to make sure you got your financing in order. Make sure that, how often do we talk with our agents about making sure to strategize with your offer to make sure it looks good to the seller so that we can secure the home for that buyer. There's so many different strategies and things that we apply to make sure the clients get a better experience. It's just very, very important you talk to us, sit down and have an honest conversation, because that's the only way we can truly help you.
And it's never too early. This market, like you said, it's always changing. We're trying to stay ahead of the curve. We are staying ahead of the curve, and just helping our buyers, preparing sellers is one way that we've been able to help so many clients so far this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're on track to sell 850 units this year. We're going to be able to serve 850 families. It gives me goosebumps.
Insane.
Yeah.
How many people?
So guys, in closing, if you are a buyer or a seller, we just want to talk to you. Let us know how we can help you, right? There's so many different things that we can do to jump in and help. And in particular, if you're a seller and you have a beautiful property you think would be featured on a national TV show, give us a call. We are actively looking for other homes to feature on our show. So if you have a home that you think fits that bill, give us a call. No strings attached. We'll see if we can help you to put it on our show and help you get some national marketing in addition to all of the other great marketing that we already do. So I think that's all I've got. You got anything else?
I think that's all. I'm super excited and cannot wait to show you guys the rest of this house.
Absolutely. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.